What is happening, people, and welcome back to the channel. I do hope you're keeping well. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button because it's free to do so and it helps the channel grow. The aim is to get to 2K by the end of the season. We don't talk 200-300 off, but we do believe it is possible with your continued support. So thank you very much for that. If you're listening live on YouTube, smash the like button. It's free to do so and it helps more people see it. Get involved in the comments. If you are listening on any podcast platforms such as Spotify or Amazon Music, because a lot of people you do, so big up to each and every single one of you that do. Don't forget to smash that follow button and drop us a 5-star review. That'd be massively appreciated. It's also free to listen on those podcast platforms or wherever you get your podcast platform, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify. But let's crack straight into it because today I want to talk about Timo Werner and whether we should sign him permanently. So as always, I do want you to get involved. For me, firstly, I think Timo Werner's had a positive start to life in a Spurs shirt. At the time of recording, we're about to play Aston Villa. So off the back of that goal he got against Crystal Palace, his first in the Tottenham shirt. I don't look at Timo Werner and go, you're going to get 15, 20 goals for him. But I look at Timo Werner and go, he's going to be a nuisance to a defender. You know, he's a great impact player for me. And you just don't know which way he's going to go. And he just, causes havoc for defenders. So firstly, to kick it off, I would sign him permanently for around that 15 million, purely because it's cheap. It's a no-brainer. And this is not me, I don't know, necessarily defending the board or anything like that, which I've done in the past, and I think that's okay. But a lot of people go, oh, you're happy clapper, you're easily pleased. But I look at Werner and go, there's not many other players I can think that can impact a game like Werner can. I think he offers you something different. I think if we use him in the right way, he can be quite exciting. I looked at him against Manchester City because I was there in person at Tottenham Stadium in that FA Cup game. And I just think that if we utilise Werner's pace, these movements over the top, just ping a few balls over the top. We didn't do it against Wolves either. Didn't do it much against Palace. See, Werner's movement's very good. And as a defender myself, I'd be quite frightened by Werner. So I would sign him. And I think, even this team goes really far under Postecoglou. He's a player that I would want to bring on. And if someone gets injured, for me, I guess in the team at the moment because he's scoring, but do I necessarily long-term want him in my front three? Probably not, but off the bench, I think his one-on-one finishing can be worked on. I think we have still one of the best in the world one-on-one finishers in Heung-min Son. Obviously, you don't have Kane, but I think Son's the closest you can get to Harry Kane. His conversion rate from one-on-ones is exceptional. I think he's only missed 3 or 4 this season, and one was, he had no right to score. They count as one-on-one big chances. So I like what I've seen from Werner. Of course, he hasn't been perfect, and he hasn't set the world alight kind of thing. But I think patience with him, he offers something different. Can play on the left, which I'd rather him play, or can play down the middle. Just need to work on those one-on-one chances. But I do think he's getting better. I think he's a player that again lives off confidence. I think we have a look at this team and go with a lot of impact players. Brennan Johnson, Richarlison, Werner, all to impact the game. I think it's a good thing in a way in terms of you've got those players to change your game, but also we got, for me, I look at Werner and go, can he be consistent or not? But when he makes runs in behind, we need to use him more. The ball needs to be over the top, especially like when he played Wolves. Craig Dawson, very slow centre back. The ball needs to go over the top for me. So, yeah, I would sign Timo Werner this summer for 15 million. It's a no-brainer. Doesn't mean that we shouldn't go out there and sign the likes of Neto and a load of names that have been linked for the long-term replacement of Son, because I think we probably still need that long-term replacement. There's an option off the bench, someone can interchange, and especially Europe next season. I think someone like Timo Werner, I would love personally to sign permanently. But ultimately, it's down to the club and what Ange Postecoglou feels. But I look at this system and go, there's not many players who suit the system as well. Very versatile for that price as well. If we're sitting there talking 30, 40 million, then I'd be going no. But we're talking about, I think, around about 15 million. I think that's euros as well. And the player can play that in multiple different positions. As I said, with Europe, and hopefully you can progress in domestic competition as well, such as the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, and obviously with the new Champions League, Europa League and Conference League format, whatever we get, hopefully Champions League. There is, especially Champions League, more games now. It's a different format. It does look quite exciting in a way. Certainly different. I do like the current format, but more games, so we need players like Timo Werner. But ultimately, as I said, it is down to the club. I think it matters now if he performs to the end of the season, because he doesn't score again and only gets another assist or 2, then he may not be signed permanently. But I think personally, I can see him score another 3 or 4 goals this season. Now he's got that goal, I could see him picking up half a dozen assists as well. So yeah, as I said, if you are listening live on YouTube, get involved with the comments below. Would you sign Timo Werner permanently? If so, will he be on the bench? Will he start? So yeah, just to get involved in your opinions with Timo Werner in the comments below. But for me, it's an absolute no-brainer. It's the same as Solomon for free. You know, okay, he's been very unlucky with injuries. Like he was a bit of Fulham, not quite as much as he has been this season for Tottenham. But it's just no-brainers like that, and that isn't like lack of ambition or anything like that for me. Sometimes you just look at a player and go, it just makes sense to have that as an option for little money. We could easily spend 70, 80 million on Rafinha, but I'd personally rather have Werner. I really would. And I mean that. It's no offence to Rafinha, but Werner with experience, and I just think suits this team perfectly. But that is my opinion on Timo Werner. An absolute buy for me. But if you are new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button because it ultimately is free to do so, and it helps the channel and the show grow. As I said, to get to 2K. Like we've seen, smash the like button, turn the notifications bell on. If you are listening on any other podcast platform, you use Spotify's, your Amazon Music's, pause what you're doing. Go over to YouTube, search Scarfy Spurs Talk, and don't forget to subscribe. It'd be great. And also, while you are listening on a podcast platform, don't forget to give us a follow and a 5-star review. That would be massively appreciated. Very, very short pre-recorded video here on Timo Werner, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. A little bit of a special episode for you. As we always say, come on you Spurs for next time.